afternoon, good morning, good evening, folks. It's man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. It's Saturday, folks. God, time is flying by. It's the last of the first of the full week of July, and it won't be long before we're heading into August. We have a few more days. We just had a wrap of right now. It's still going on. U.S. Championships. The part that matters to me is the part with the ladies. Maybe not the 80s, but I'm down with the ladies, and that is the women's physique, women's bodybuilding, and also figure divisions that competed yesterday. Shout out to ladies who got their pro card. A couple ladies who've been guests my channel, they didn't get that pro cards. I'm truly sorry too. I've been talking back and forth on social media, but they still got their hopes up. You still have a few more months left of the year. Also, shout out to ladies who get their pro cards, and also let's see we're going to on the upcoming future in your pro debut. It is this year or next year. And also, this is going to be starting the week for peak week for the Tampa Bay Pro. Can't believe, folks, it's been a year when I went to Tampa Bay, and I still it was a great opportunity for me because I got to hang out with a lady who's my dear friend, the lovely Miss Eunice Martinez Kitchens, the runner and partner of Bad Rap, the Monica guys, Big and Defined, Ripped and Pumped. And as you know, Eunice is also sponsoring the upcoming women's bodybuilding division at the Atlanta Pro. And here we are with Mr. David Lee Roth. I still can't believe it. I met that man. I mean, I would have never met in my country ass life if I didn't go to Tampa. But anyway, folks, we don't want to take this discussion away from this lovely lady. We have the lovely Mrs. Alexis Bohannon. And she but Bohannon, sorry. Go ahead. Thank you for correcting me, Bohannon. She is a figure competitor. She just competed about a couple of weeks ago at the Universe. She also competed in the same class division with the lovely Miss Tessa Patterson. And saw her. She's also a client of the one top coaching around is Shelby Starnes. I mean, the guy, he's a female bodybuilding whisperer. I've seen quite a few clients. So we welcome Alexis, and thank you for your time.
Of course.
Okay, so this first question I'm going to start you out with. Okay. What got you started in sport, as I call it, muscle and masculinity? Please share.
It was probably 2000, I want to say 15, 14, I think. I was skinny, but there was some muscle there from cheerleading from years before and gymnastics. And I'm in the gym. I'm a cardio bunny at this time. I didn't know what I was doing. And I had multiple people come up to me and say, you should compete. And I was like, I don't know what that is. And by the fourth or fifth time, I'm finally like, okay, what is this? Show me an example. And they showed me Ann Tatone. And I was like, man, she's beautiful. I like that look. So I got in touch. At this time, I was in St. Louis area. So I was actually near her. And I got to meet her, and she taught me a little bit of my posing in the beginning. And I had my first coach was Jamie Spicer. And I kind of just went in blind and said, this is the look I like. Let's try it out and see how I do. First show ever, and it was the NPC Midwest. And I got third. So I'm like, cloud nine. And then I did another show, I want to say 3 months later, top three. And then I took a break because I got married. He wasn't a fan of the bodybuilding world. So I gave it up, ended up not working out in that marriage. And then I found my new husband, and he was like, you do the diet, you do the workouts. Why don't you just do it again? I'm like, really? You don't mind me going up there and showing muscles and being a little bikini? And he's like, no, I watched the Olympia every year. He's been to the expos. I'm like, okay. And so I found a new coach, did it with him. And then some issues happened. So that was 2022, and then took some time off until 24. And I found Shelby and been with him ever since. And ever since I've been with him, I've just been progressing and getting better and better. And that's pretty much how I got into it and how it started. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's everybody. I think good majority of women either got into sport because of athletic background, being a cheerleader. I played football when I was younger, high school. You hang out with the cheerleaders every now and then. Y'all were cute. So, and I've talked to ladies who had also dealt with when they were with a spouse or significant other because they didn't like the fact that how this sport changed them. As men, we
Yes,
used to same old, same old. I've talked to ladies who told me that they broke up or they had divorced because they got so much involved into it. But as a man, you should be comfortable when your woman wants to do something. And, maybe not something that's the norm because bodybuilding is a very extreme sport.
it is. It is. And the first husband, he just, I think he was more jealous that I was able to do what I was doing and getting the look I was getting. And I just think that was not what he liked. But the new husband that I've been with now for 8 years, he's not a bodybuilder by any means. He loves his food, and I love him for that. He's just a regular gym person, and he's pushing me and proud of me. So I'm like, how can you just not be thankful for that?
What's your husband's name? When did y'all meet?
His name's Derek. We met, and so we kind of knew of each other, but we actually physically started meeting and talking in 2018. And we met at the gym. And I persuaded him by going out with me by feeding him brownies, because that's
I,
that's what I do.
yeah,
And gave him brownies and cookies. And finally, it, he's a shy one. So it took him some time. And finally, I was snapping at him. I'm like, so when are you just going to ask me out? And I was actually going to ask you out next week. And I was like, well, I made you brownies. Like, it showed you that I liked you. I've been asking for this for like a month. So that's how we started.
well, like this, how some of us, I knew when I was young, I was kind of shy with girls. I wasn't good with them. But then you get older, get mature, you realize, you gotta switch from your, one side for being, I'm scared of girls to say, hey, baby, like, how you
Oh, he's
doing?
still shy. Don't get him wrong. He's still shy, but it's okay because I bring out the most personality. So
Well, I think he found the right woman. He found you, and I think that's
yes,
good when you can find somebody. People say about, oh, my soulmate like that, but sometimes this is about the right time and the right person. The other man, here's the thing is, I'm a man, and you know what? There's nothing I can be jealous about a woman about. It's one thing when I compete with another man. I should never ever compete with a woman.
yeah,
I say it like this: men's purpose in life is basically like this: to build, battle, and we die. That's it. We like the Conan movie. I saw that where he says, "Conan, what is most important in life?" He says, "The question of is seeing beauty for you in the lamentation of the women. That is important in life." That is, y'all women. Y'all are the ones who kind of put us together. Y'all the ones like, you're the mother of our children. You take care of our homes. You give us when we are weak. We rely on your strength. You want to say like, baby, you can do it. And they support us. And that's the thing is, you should never try to compete with a woman. That's the problem. Too many young guys got is old vernacular, got a little too much sugar in their tank.
I agree.
Yeah. So, what was that experience the first time competing for yourself?
When was the first time?
Mm-hmm.
2016.
And what's that experience like? Yeah, think about it. You are on a stage and you're partially naked, and everybody looking you up and down like you know. Well, some
It
people are like,
was.
who's that? Like looking like that, look like you're a steak.
I think it was the tanning is probably what really kind of gave me the, oh, we're all going to be in here naked together, and everybody we're bent over because you got to get underneath butt cheeks and spread a leg this way, and all the girls are in here, and so I'm like, we're just going to sit in here. Like, I thought it was going to be private rooms, and oh no, that's not how it's like. So it was a little bit of a shock. And then stage time, I think that got me because I didn't do my poses right. I got scared. But for not doing them right and still getting third, that's okay. But it was it was interesting. But the prep life, that was probably the hardest thing I've ever dealt with. That was rough. Just dieting, cardio, nude me. So that was rough. But I did it. I did have a little hiccups where I might have ate a box of Pop Tarts in the bathtub and cried, but that's okay. I did that. So I mean, the experience was great. It was good enough to where I came back. So it's just something. My mom wasn't a fan of it at first because she was like, "That's all you're eating? That's just a little handful of almonds." I'm like, "Well, this is only meal two of my six," and she still doesn't understand all that, but she's still supportive at the same time. So it was an experience, I guess. But I'm addicted to it now.
Yeah, it's like this. I mean, when you get to sport, you really have a fondness for it. It's all the other stuff with the prep. That's the one thing, I don't know if I can sit in a bathtub. What kind of part tarts were the cherry or were they strawberry?
No, so they were what was it, where they so there's a box of eight, and it was a duo kind, so there was two of different ones, and it was the hot fudge sundae, and I believe yeah, and I believe it was peanut butter and jelly, I think. I just remember the hot fudge sundae, and I killed him. Yeah. So, and at the time, whenever you're younger, you're like, oh, a bag of Pop Tarts, you're thinking like the whole bag's 200 calories because you read the nutrition. Oh, no, it's just for one of the pastries. So, I mean, I ate 400 calories per one, and I had eight of those things. So, really, I had 16 of those things and just sat there and cried. And then when I did my check ins 2 days later, I lost 3 pounds.
Wait a minute. You see, I'm a fat man. I can look at bread and gain 10 pounds.
Well,
You ate
see,
a box of Pop Tarts and lost 3 pounds. What the hell? What I'm doing wrong?
I, in off season, if I even look at something, my body's like, but I don't know.
I hate y'all skinny people. Y'all make me mad. You know.
Skinny. I mean, I had to work for what I got, but it's
Whoa, whoa,
okay.
wow, yeah, wow. She had to work like, but honey, I had to work for what I got. I had to work. Say, whatever, whatever. But we get sides for that. But yeah, it's experience going through prep, and it's a good thing that your husband, he's not a bodybuilder too, because I hear stories when if you're both on prep, sometimes you're eating chicken, and it's like, who got the chicken? Who got the broccoli? Like
No, the bad thing is, he be eating my peanut butter. It causes for divorce
saying
because
like,
I'm only allowed so much of it, and I get the good stuff, and I'll go in there to get my little scoop, and I'm like, "Where's my peanut butter at?" And he's over there. I had some last night. I'm like, sir, I only get this XYZ days, and I look forward to this peanut butter, and you done ate it? So now I have to hide it because we've had some arguments.
yeah, food is one thing about food is part of the necessary process of the bodybuilder, but also as humans we derive pleasure for it, especially the right stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there's this place. It's a Chinese restaurant that's like I live in a small town. We don't have much. And it's like a good 10 miles from where I stay at. And every time I get a chance to go out, I'll stop there every once in a while. I remember one time we see my doctor was about a month or so ago, and I stopped by. I got myself a couple of Chinese plates. I didn't eat them all at once. I just ate them like over a period of time of a week. But it's like this. Like some foods be like. You ever saw the movie called? It was probably before your time. A movie called New Jack City with Chris Rock. He plays character Pookie. And Pookie was like on the crack. He said, like, that's how Pookie like. He's like Pookie, you get to be calling my name, man. It be calling me and calling. That's you with brownies. It be calling your name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm a weakness to brownies. They're my thing.
And what you would do for the Klondike bar. So
Exactly.
yeah. So like for one thing for you, for this season, you did the universe. What was
Yes.
the feedback or critique from the judges? And you feel like you want to try another show for a little qualification for a pro
Um,
qualifier?
so we're gonna be in off season now. We're gonna build, but the critique was to get a bigger quad sweep. And I was like, okay, I'll take that. I mean, usually, so the last 2 years was work on my glutes and hamstrings because I got a little bit of a butt. So that's the last thing that wants to come in, and the first thing that comes back whenever I start eating. So it's a battle. So I worked my butt off literally, and I finally had that thing so perfect for. I think it was perfect. I couldn't get any leaner. I was 6% body fat, 105 pounds on stage. There was nothing left for me to give. And they're like, your backside looked great, but now you need to bring in your quad sweep. I was like, oh, it's a never ending battle.
That's the thing is, it's always something. You fix one thing, there's another problem comes up. You have to
Yes.
work your strength as much as your weaknesses. And
Yes.
universe is, I think what was the head judge of the show that day?
Tyler was there, and I think his name was Justin. Oh, I don't know his last name. I can't remember.
Don't worry about it, Tyler. Just take his word. Just don't cross my shoulders of salt. It was like I'm like this. There's some judges, especially if someone like that's the show's ran by Steve Weinberger. If somebody like Steve Weinberger
Mhm.
approaches you, take his word as the gospel. His wife is a legend. His ex-wife, Bev Francis, or like Cindy Williamson. Tyler, I'm like this. He's still in my mindset. I see him look like this. He's like he has similar on his breath, and his ears back. His ears are still wet. I mean, but no offense to the kid. I just just don't take his word as much as anything. Oh, we have here a guest here. Shout out to my man here, Black Panther, coming through. He says, "Hi George, this is Black Panther, aka Tay LX. Appreciate that. Also, he says this. He says, Miss Boanna, where you are originally from.
St. Louis, Missouri area, right outside of there.
All right, St.
But I'm
Louis.
actually from Illinois, but nobody knows my hometown, so I just say St. Louis area.
So, there, because I know that's where you mentioned the Tones are based. Jack and his
Yes.
wife, because
Hmm.
they run the St. Louis Pro, also the Omaha Pro. If you know,
I actually did the Omaha Pro in 2022.
yeah, because it's the Midwest. I remember. It's a well-known show. It used to have a lot more divisions, but just doing women's physique the last few years. As you know, also St. Louis, they had women's physique, they dropped that. Now they got wellness. No offense to wellness, but I feel like if you have a show, you should have just about almost every, especially your division. Figure
Yeah.
needs to be represented there too. But
Yeah.
and I think it's also there's another popular competitor there around St. Louis area, Brooke Walker, who just won the Chicago Pro.
Hmm.
I mean, you ever
Yes.
get to meet her?
I never actually physically met her, but I've seen her backstage.
Experience. I think she has a great physique. She's a lovely lady. I hope she does well this upcoming Olympia. Shout out to my man here again. He says this Missouri has a great bodybuilding community. Yeah. Is there any others that around you that you who are pros and amateurs that you are well associated with?
I have a lot of, not pros, I have a lot of amateurs around. One of my training partners and coaching partners, her name is Shanice Roper. She's like a sister to me. We work out together now. She does physique, but she wants to do bodybuilding. And then there's some men that does it, and they're in classic. And then there's another one that does open. There's some that wants to do 212. There's quite a few of us around here.
Hmm.
We're in the
Well,
Montgomery, Alabama area.
Well, if Mr. Roper ever interested in doing an interview, I would love to hear from a woman who's interested in doing women's bodybuilding because this is what really got into this content is women's bodybuilding. I grew up a good part of the '80s, during the era of like Rich McLeish and Corey Everson and so many other ladies, and also the '90s and 2000s. I mean, the sport has evolved over time since I've been following it, and I'm a fan. Also, I've missed my crime too, Alexis. Also, I'm a muscle Paris small, y'all ladies. Y'all excite me with y'all muscles and your fit bodies and everything. It's just something about y'all just intrigues my mind. So, you have any answers? Like you can, just conversation. Me just talk my ass off.
No, you're fine. You're good. But
Yeah,
not
man.
seeing her information. She's a beast. She's a beast.
All right, be interested. Shout out here to my man. I put my old man glasses on for a minute. He says, "This is my man, DLZ. I think his name is." It says, "Hello, George. How's everything going? Fine, brother." Also, he says to you, said, "Miss Boanna, you have a beautiful smile and an incredible hard ripped physique of art. You are the greatest."
Oh, thank
Also,
you.
my man DLZ says, "Alexis looking spectacular." And
Thank you.
also, my man's Black Panther says, "Miss Boanna, when did you start your fitness journey?" Where, if you heard earlier, she started back in 2015. She was just a cardio bunny, and then now she's a full-fledged bodybuilder. And that's the thing about this. When like yourself, a woman like yourself get into sport, what do you think, especially how people treat you, how they act towards you? And like you said, your mother, she's not too much a fan of it, but I think she still supports you.
She supports me, but she thinks she's stuck in the 80s mind where muscles should only be on men. So she's not a fan of the muscle. She sometimes she can get under my skin because she'll say I have man hands because I have calluses and stuff like that. But it's just her mindset. Other people, though, I get more compliments, like physical in person compliments, but I do get a variety of you look like a man, you're not my type of woman. But then I'm like, I ain't here for you. I'm here for myself. And if my husband still loves me, then I don't give a crap what you think. So so it's a variety of things.
Yeah, because it's going to be two sides. Like your mother says, she's the idea of a man should have muscles, but the fact is, women have muscles too.
Yeah.
It's just about how you train, how you build that muscle. You were a cheerleader, and I know usually the girl at the bottom is the strongest one because they hold up the other
And
girls
that's
on
what I
top.
was. I'm the shortest one, but I was the strongest one. That's why I have like good traps because I was the main base, up and down, throwing them girls. So
Yeah. So you had the
just
traps. You put the traps. Hey, I've already got the traps. You need to put everything together.
I get my traps complimented a lot. They're like, "What do you do for your traps?" I don't work them. They're just there.
So we have a comment. Shout out to my man Lawrence Perkins. He says this. He says, "Good afternoon on this Saturday. Good afternoon to you too, brother. Appreciate you coming through." Yeah, because it's a process as you grow and develop as an athlete. From training to dieting, rest recovery, like it's a day to day thing. Like, what's your schedule like, especially when it comes to your training and everything else?
So I work out 5 days a week, two off days. It'd be Monday, Tuesday, I work out, Wednesday, just a cardio light day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I work out. Sunday is an actual full day of recovery most of the time. But now since we're in off season, now it's work out 6 days a week, off 1 day a week, and that's Wednesdays. And I do 2 leg days, 2 back days, 1 chest/shoulders. Let's see, that's 2 legs, 2 backs, shoulders, and then what else do I do? I do arms within back and chest days, and then a little bit of a shoulder extra day.
And out of that, which one is your favorite? The one you love the most, or one you say, "Shit, why I got to do this today"?
So I used to just love back because I have a good back. That used to be my favorite day. And I hated legs. I hated doing glutes. I hated doing hamstrings. But I'm going to say now, probably quads my favorite day. And then I'm starting to love chest because I'm starting to get like a kin chest a little bit. And I kind of like that. And shoulders. So I would say, yeah, quads my favorite day. My least favorite day is arms. That's my kryptonite. I can't lift heavy on those things. Even though I have good arms, they're very weak, and it's okay. They're for show only anyway.
Yeah,
So I
I
say
say,
arms are my worst. I hate those
yeah.
days.
And as you know, you want to build up you want that nice quad sweep. You have to work on extra your quads. That means that by default you love leg day. You're a sick freak.
I had to learn to love leg day though.
But you still love it. You have to learn to love it. You still love it.
I
You know,
do. I do. And I don't got
yeah,
to do cardio on those days, so that kind of is a little icing on the
yeah,
cake.
yeah. Ice on the cake. Talk about cake again. We shout out to my man here, Black Panther. He says, um, Miss Bohannon, you are beautiful with muscles. Ignore the negativity and block the disrespect in private places and public places. Always be true yourself. Always love yourself. Shout out to my man Brown Baldy. He says this. He says, "That's right. At the end of the day, if your husband likes it, that's all that matters." We have
Yes.
over here Jeff coming through. Shout out Jeff says, "Hey, it's Alexis, not Alexa. I love your positive attitude and smile." Shout out to man Jeff. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He needs to work
Aw.
on his spelling. But anyway,
I don't
so
blame you.
what?
It's okay. My grandma calls me Alexa, and that's my grandma. So
Yeah. So, folks, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna jump to Alexa's social media for a little bit. If you want to follow her, her links in the description of this live. You want to check out, support her. I mean, these ladies can use that support. But guys, I want to tell you this. She's a cute little thing. She's a nice little lady. She's married, guys. Be respectful. We don't want her husband. We don't want Derek to be coming and say, "Who said some weird shit to my wife?" Kicking somebody's door
get
in.
used to it.
Yeah, why? He said, "Hey, you can say what you want to my wife, but as long as you don't say it to me." But be respectful. Reach out and support because these ladies can do it because this is a tough sport. It takes
It
a lot
is.
of time, work, dedication, and discipline to do the sport, and it's not for everybody. So we're gonna jump to her social media for a little bit, and here she is. Um, you know, as you know, she says she's working on her legs from some of the pictures she sent me. I mean, she looks really good. The glutes look really, in good order. Like I said again, you just got to bring in the sweep in your quads. I mean, this is from the universe that day before, right?
That was the morning of.
Oh, the morning glove. Yeah, he look really good. She's side here. looks pretty good. And here she is at the show, and you placed third in your class. You know,
And in
you,
35 and up. I did masters as well.
oh, you did masters. Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a universe, pretty good show. I know a friend of mine goes there so often. He checks it out, and it's a good lineup. Shout out to also
Oh yeah.
to Tessa. She was, that's when she got her. She won the in your class and also won the overall. Where's
She
that
made me
for you?
sweat. I had to work it with her.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing about it's good to have good competition because it helps
Yes.
you build you as a better athlete.
And she's very sweet. They were all nice.
Yes. What was that meatloaf?
Well, I was eating cold chicken and rice for 3 days, so I finally got to have some steak, and it was hot, so I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like a better hot steak than a cold chop.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, it's that's again, food is a very important part of the process as you grow as an athlete. Here she is, and who's this gentleman working with you?
That's my husband.
Oh, you should be proud. He's there to support you,
Oh yeah,
and him say, yeah, he would say, lock it out, baby, lock it out, lock it out.
that's my first time ever doing 225. I'm only 4'10", so that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, like I say, you pretty. That's
And
4'10".
that's
I
Shanice
think she like.
Roper.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
partner I work out with.
Oh,
Well, in the
yeah.
video, yeah, her.
I think I do. I think I follow Shanice. Yeah, yeah,
Yep, you do. She's a beast.
yeah, yeah. But trying to get her on, I think I scare her. If she tell her I don't
Oh no,
tell her, I'll be gentle with her if she comes on.
she's a sweetie. She's a hoot. I love her to death.
And that's good that you have a training partner like her, and and other people to
Mhm.
help you and your husband. Here y'all two together again. You know.
What is up? EFT has a special appearance. About to take the stage in 2 days. My girl Alexis, Mighty Bohannon. Figure she's going to nationals. We don't claim it already. We just wanted to get EFT. This is my former training partner, so when she gets back, we got to get some good food in her. And then we're going to get some. We will have a special batch of protein cookies later for you. And then look out for some cookies from us and good luck, girl. Okay? Yeah. We love you.
Oh,
EFT, baby. We up.
yeah. That's good that it's good to have camaraderie in this
Yes,
sport because this sport can be mentally, emotionally, physically, and again, at one point, the financial stress of it, like the
it'd
cost
be a very
of.
lonely sport, so it's good to have people around that understand.
hmm And this is from your last time period, 2024 to 2025, and you can see, like, especially when the waistline, you feel like you got a little smaller. The quads look like they're more shredded, a little more roundness in the muscle bellies and in the shoulders. I mean, you really have really evolved.
I have every year I've progressed, so that's the main thing. You keep beating yourself.
Yeah, like I said, this is what somebody told me. Really, the opponent you're up against not on the stage. It's the person you look at the mirror. It's you versus you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And how did you get up with Shelby Starnes? As I said again, the man is considered a female bodybuilding whisperer.
Yeah, so I started following him a long time ago, but I've seen some of his girls, I think Nadia, that used to compete before she had a baby. And I just loved her physique. And I seen that her coach was Shelby. And then Rachel Daniels, when she was doing physique stuff, I seen her posting with Shelby saying that it was her coach and I liked her physique. So I was like, I'm gonna try him out. I emailed him and within 5 minutes he emailed me back with the pricing and we just started. And he's been with me ever since, or I've been with him ever since.
hmm That's good to find him, and I think he does pretty good with quite a few competitors. He has
Yes.
done work with some Olympians. Here she is. Was this from last
No.
year's?
Yeah, that was last year.
Last year, I recognize Jordan Sue there. I think a
Mhm.
couple of ladies I recognized. I mean, y'all just having some fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, like for you, what do you get the most out of this sport when it comes to your training, diet, everything involved in it?
I just I'm in love with watching my body change, and it's just a beautiful art. And I think that's what really gets me is seeing weekly changes, daily changes, and then hourly changes. It's just exciting. Even if I didn't step on stage, I think it's just seeing the changing and the art of it is just beautiful to me.
I see it like an art too, because you know what? You are your own artist. You're taking your body, it's like a painting or a piece of granite. You're taking your sculpture, you design it to something that is just phenomenal. It's a lot of work to do it. Because
And
most people, when they think about bodybuilding, you just take a pop of pills and and shoot stuff, and they just get all big and muscly. No, it's more to it. It's the diet, it's the training. If you do use any kind of performance enhancers, it only helps you with recovery and helps you, with other things because you're breaking down your body, you're breaking down your muscles. Here she is, she's dipping into some brownies.
I'm
uh,
not ashamed either.
no, no, look at that. Don't be ashamed, baby. That's what you love. You should
Oh
enjoy
yeah,
what you love.
I
You
love my
know,
food.
yeah, everybody loves their food. You know, but this is a process of bodybuilding, the understanding of the training, the regimen, and that's one thing people don't understand. It's more to it than just what pill you pop. You have to be consistent, disciplined, and also regimental when you get to the sport.
Yeah, you do. It's very committed, and it sucks, but it pays off. So I love it.
It's like the old Peace Corps commercial. Like remember the old Peace Corps commercials, the toughest job you ever love. We have here some comments here. Uh, Shout out to my man here, uh, Black Panther. He says this. He says, "I love women with strong legs. Strong legs on female bodybuilders are so beautiful. Female muscles are beautiful."
Well,
He
thank you.
says also, "Miss Bohannon, your husband is the greatest. Family is everything." And also, he says this. He says, "Women's bodybuilding and women's physique are the greatest in Kansas City, Missouri,
Okay.
USA." Shout out to my man Jeff. He says, "I'm a good man." Yes, son. Yeah, yeah, you're a good man. So, so again, what's the plan? You say the plan now is to, this is your off season. So you're just going to sit and
Yes.
just try to grow. We think you feel like there's enough time. You might want to jump into one more show or you want to wait to a whole next year.
I think me and Shelby both agree we're just gonna just take the rest of the year off because with how much I had to cut, it just wouldn't be smart to do a show and then try to come back for a national show. So we're just 6 to 8. What is this? So August, September, October, November, December, January. 7 months of growing. Should be plenty of time. I mean, we'll see what we can do. And I'm gonna try for junior nationals again. If that doesn't work out, we're gonna go for universe again. And if that doesn't work out, our last resort is USA. We're gonna do not hopefully not all three, but that's the three shows and give it a fourth time.
Well, there's also nationals. There's
So
also North Americans, which is coming up. And it's also,
I'm trying to play a little smart. I'm doing it to where it's first of class, and then with Universe, it's top two. Same with USA, it's top two. And then with Universe, it's top two. And then if you win your class in the Masters, so that's a three chance win. So I'm trying to do it to where it's a better
better
percentage
opportunity
of
for you.
winning instead of just
Mhm.
winning first. You have to win your first class or your class, and then you have to do the overall. I don't want to say it's the easy way out, but I think it's the smartest way.
Well, yeah, no, because with the university, yeah, it's top two competitors. With USA, same thing in your class. Then most
Mhm.
of the others, you have to win in your class and just do overall.
Yeah.
And I think it's about the same with North Americans, with top
Hmm.
two in your class, and also a couple others. But yeah, it's smart to be strategic because I've
Yeah.
talked to some young ladies. They want to find a show also within, like, that's why you do the junior Nash because it's in Tennessee.
I
You're
can
in,
just drive there a day beforehand. I have a friend that lives in Tennessee. I stay with them. So that show is literally just the entry fee and my tan.
yeah.
So that's perfect. And then if I don't get it, 2 weeks later, I do the universe.
Yeah, that's the thing. You want to be smart because again, bodybuilding is a expensive sport. If you look at it, even when you become a pro, you just kind of starting from the bottom. You have to cover the cost of now the you have to pay your every year your your pro fees, because you
Yes.
have to keep that pro card up every year.
Yep.
The cost of travel to the shows.
And
If you
that's
do,
me and a husband because there's two of
yeah,
us. So
yeah,
that's two
and
people.
then I was talking to one lady. She did the USA's. She had to buy tickets for her coach and a couple of people. She spent like about $900, and that's just for the prejudging and the finals by the together. And it's expensive because it's. I wish there was a sport where which you can really make a living off of.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the mainstream sports, like where you can say, you know what, hey, I don't have to pay so much because for y'all women, you do have your expenses. The guys, I keep saying this, the guys on the other end, they have their expenses, but when show day, let's put up a pair of banana hammers and boy shorts and tan. That's it.
Yeah.
For you
We got to do
ladies,
the hair, the makeup, the jewelry, the nails, the suit's like $1,200 by itself. It's
high heels, and
yeah, those things.
yeah, that's expense. I mean, but like again, you do it because not the expensive sport, because you love the sport and you have a passion for it.
Yeah. I mean,
What
I'd
was
rather pay my money for all this than being addicted to McDonald's or something like that. I'm
what's
just,
wrong with McDonald's?
I don't like that stuff. It's gross to me, but that's just.
Well, tell you the truth, I hadn't eaten. Like I said, I don't go out too much. I hadn't. I can't remember the last time I had anything at McDonald's. I mostly do most of my cooking at home because at one
Yeah.
point, as I was taking care of my mother, I was almost 500 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and it was while just about a week ago, I had a health assessment. I have insurance where it comes through every so year and do a health assessment of me. And when I went to my doctor, it was about 2 months ago. I was at 420. Now I'm at 412.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and it's a process because I had to change some things. And one of the things was to cut back on some of the fast food stuff
Yeah.
and to cut out certain things. I'm not perfect because
That's
uh
okay.
yeah, this afternoon I had some popcorn shrimp, but but it's a process, just like being a bodybuilder. The diet and the training has evolved in it. Like, what's the thing that you feel like helps you in your process?
I don't know. Like, I guess going more depth about the question. What do you mean by helps me in
Well,
my
just
process?
overall, your training, your life, the things that really help you as a bodybuilder.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What
How
helps
do you
me?
think? How do you think about it, Helen? Give them a ding, 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 ding,
I
ding,
know.
ding,
That's
ding,
a
ding.
hard question because I'm the type that if I have a goal in mind, I'm gonna complete it, and even if it takes me over and over again, I'm gonna keep going for it. So I just have like a determination personality. So I don't know what helps me. I guess knowing that I've been so close every time, that helps me keep pushing. Because I'm like right there. I'm right there. I can smell it. I can taste it. So I don't know. I don't know what helps me. I'm just a psychopath, I guess. I don't know.
No, sweetheart, you're not a psychopath. I
Well, if
am
you're
a
in this sport,
psychopath.
if you're in this sport, you're a psychopath.
Yes, but I'm a civil criminal. I like things like gasoline and dynamite and gunpowder. I'm sorry about that, Alexis.
Oh,
He comes out every now and then, trying to
it's
control.
okay.
So we have a comment. Shout out to my man Black Panther. He says this. He says, "George, you are the greatest. Stay strong and God bless." Thank you, brother, for coming through. So as you know, take the year off. You're going to rest,
Mhm.
recover. And for you, being you hadn't been in sport for so long. Have you seen how the sport has changed over time? How
It's
divisions
gotten
are.
harder. It's gotten
Yeah,
harder.
yeah.
So when I first started, figure was more, and I don't mean to like say anything negative. So I mean this in the most respectful way to the IFBB. When figure, when I was first starting out, like they wanted us more softer look, not so hard looking. And now we got to get down to like the nitty gritty, and it's still not good enough. And now I feel like figure is now the new physique, and physique is the new bodybuilding. The bodybuilding girls are just on a different whole level. So I see the sport, and they don't change the criteria in the book. So it kind of sucks because they never follow the criteria like they should. But it's definitely progressed, and it's gotten harder because for females to get down to as low as we do, almost on my
Dangerous.
deathbed, it is dangerous. I'm not healthy the last 4 weeks. Nobody is. So I mean, it was rough. I was doing an hour and 40 minutes cardio. I'm not gonna put my calories up in there, but let's just say I was burning more than what I was taking in, plus just me living. I was burning more. So I was struggling.
Because it's tough because women, y'all have a higher BMI than men because y'all carry a higher
Yes.
body percentage because you carry babies and stuff like that. Men, we are built certain different. We are
Yeah.
more predetermined for muscle because we're hunters and fighters and warriors.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and it can be the stream of it is the one thing that affects especially women like things menstrual cycles, ladies who dealing with premenopause. So many because even though we share the same organs, lungs, heart, everything else, but body chemistry is totally different
Oh
compared to
yeah.
men
I
and
was
women.
my period 6 weeks out. I quit having one. So and it comes back like maybe 5 weeks post show once I start getting the food back in me and stuff like that. But it goes away. It's just part of it. Some girls don't lose it, but when you get down into the single digit body fat, your hormones are going.
Yeah, because that's what people say sometimes. You like even though physically you're still a woman, that you say your blood work can be almost like a man's
It
because
can be, yeah.
yeah, that's what people talk about. You're trying to be a man. No, by your DNA, you're still a woman. It's one
Mm-hmm.
thing with blood is different from DNA. DNA is something that is a building block of the human body. And I wish people will realize that, but some people don't want to be educated. They want to live in their mind, their own heads. But yeah, and as I've been watching sport evolve from the early days to what it's now, physique. Yes, the women now are looking like close to women's bodybuilding. We just
All right.
saw Sarah Bradley making the switch this weekend coming up.
She has the best freaking glutes I've ever seen
Yeah, it's
on
pretty
a
good.
woman. Like I'm like, girl.
Yeah. And this weekend, so Paula Rancher's going to be doing her debut. I actually met Paula Rancher when I was in Tampa last year. She's still young. I think she needs more time to grow
Okay.
as a competitor because, I know people saying that it's just not there because she's hadn't hit that muscle maturity.
Yeah.
She's still, as I will say again, she's still wet behind the ears and breast like Similac. It's one thing we compete against women who have been doing it a lot longer. She
Mm-hmm.
was a fit competitor like yourself, but then she went to women's physique. I interviewed the lady a couple of times that beat her in her women's debut back in 2024. And, it takes time. And I think also you look at the other divisions like the bikini girls start looking like the figure girls today. I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
That's why they
the
did the
girl
fit model now, because that's the original bikini.
fit model, excuse me. Ha!
Bless you.
I no, I didn't sneeze. I went ha. It, I this is I'm gonna tell you this. I have nothing against the competitors. I have nothing against them. I feel like it's a bastard division. What's the point? Because after a while, those girls are going to evolve. It's a great novice and
Yeah.
startup division,
Yeah.
because some ladies they start out back in the day, you only had bikini, but now you can start off in bikini or start off in figure. But it's now in the pro level, you're going to evolve because a lot of girls are going to hang and bang with a lot of the girls in the other divisions, and you see how they progress. And it won't take them long. Like what happened when wellness came in, they were a little soft, a little bit. Now there's girls in wellness who could probably do women's bodybuilding or physique or figure. One lady
Yes.
who made her switch, Christine Mendoza, she looks really good, but it's going to take her a while because all those years she put on that muscle. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, again, the point of it is to maybe get more people to get attention to it, whatever else. But the fact
Yeah.
is, it's going to end up what bikini is now in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. Where's your doggy? See you, see
Yeah. Come here. See if I can get him up here. He's a
you.
pup. Come here.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a Belgian Malinois and Pitbull mix.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. 6 months old and he's like 60 something pounds.
Mm.
He's a big boy. And then I have an old grandma running around here too. She's a 14-year-old red-nosed pit bull. It's a hot mess in this house.
We grew up in the country. We had mutts mostly. Like we have a little mix of this, a little mix of that. You know,
I
and it's
love the
just
mutts. They're just
yeah,
so
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Just I appreciate it. So anyway, we go back to the story. But yeah, it's a process of each division as they grow and as a competitor.
Hmm.
For you, what's the thing that really drives you in this sport? The thing that really gets you in the morning, so you know what, I just love what I'm doing.
Because I know I'm so close is one of them. And I just love the look. And I know that the day I stop doing stuff, I'm going to lose that look. And I don't want to lose it because it's just so pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty look. I mean, you know,
It
I've been coming.
is.
Yeah, I've become a fan of figure division for quite a bit. You know, is there anybody particularly that you really follow, that pay attention, you admire, respect in this sport?
There's a lot of them. But for me, like my ideal look, I can't remember her last name, but the short little, her name's Tessa. She's a blonde. She's going to
Oh,
Olympia this
Tessa
year.
Metz.
Yes. I, I want her look so bad. I love it. I think she might be a little taller than me, but she's a shorty. I have the same kind of build as her. I want that. I want to look like her.
Well, Tessa, she lives in South Carolina. That's my next door neighbor.
Okay.
And you know, a friend of mine, his name is David. He met her when she won the hurricane last year. She's a nice young
Yeah.
lady. You know, she's also a nurse. One person that, for me, you know, there's so many women in the sport that I'm a fan of, and as I would love to meet her. If I saw her, do a guest posing when I went to my first Spider-Man show back in 2022 in Savannah, and that is, I call her my girlfriend in my head. That's Andrea Shaw. Ah,
I just watched her workouts the other day. She's
yeah,
amazing.
she is amazing. She really, when she became Miss Olympia in 2020, she gave that division new life, and she made it like you don't have to. You know, people thinking that you gotta be really like you're looking, but you can be beautiful and attractive
Beautiful.
and compete in
Hmm.
sport. Like this is true story. My friend Eunice, as I mentioned earlier, who runs the company Barrett, her partner JoJo. Eunice was at the Olympia back in 2023, and she ran into Andrea. Now it was like a little bit, like maybe a day after, the week after my birthday, and she says to George, "I'm seeing something in the mail. This is what I got in the mail." And what makes it so special, and I always want to put this out because, as my other guy says, if you get it something, Alexis, never do it for free. And for me, this is my payment when the current Miss Olympia, 7-time Miss Olympia, 6-time Rice Games champion tells me she appreciates my support. And I bring this
Yes,
out because it tells you that I'm doing good works when I do this
you
content. Because
are.
sometimes, yeah, because sometimes there's times where some of y'all women can be, but that's the thing with women. I worked with women for a long time. I worked at a gas station for many years. I worked with women. I worked with a textile plant. I worked at a gentleman club with women. But y'all women are special breed to do something that's very extreme. That's not the norm, and to still have a passion for it.
Yeah, you're right. But I think that's just the way God made us too. I mean, we spit out kids, and that's a whole battle itself. So I think we're meant to do strong things.
Yeah. Or man, we're not meant to spit out kids because that's too much. You got to think about what we got to come out of.
I'm trying
Oh,
to be mean, but you men are kind of babies. So I mean,
we're not babies. I remember one time, this is a true story. One time, me and my mom was sitting there, and we was in the room together, and I said, "Mom, yeah, man, mama, yeah, man, show me you're my baby." No, mama, I'm a man, mama. But I think it's that's a good contrast that
it is.
because for men, we are supposed to be the leaders at home, but you women are our supporters. When we're down, you're there to pick us up, and when we are down, you're there to pick us up. It's a
Yeah.
good exchange. It's good that you have someone like your husband Derek stand by you, especially going through what is probably the toughest thing that any person can do: the diet, the training, consistency. Prep can be a pain, and sometimes I know there's days where you say, you know what, why am I doing this?
Oh yeah. And he's right there saying, "You got this. You got this." So it's good to have a good partner like that because there were days where I wanted to give up and quit, and he's like, "No, You ain't doing that. Get in the car. Come on, let's go to the gym. And he's not a cardio person, and he'll do the cardio with me just to keep me going. He might do like 0.02 miles per hour, but he still go to tries.
You just walking.
Oh yeah. He's keeping me going, and he says things that grind my gears, that get me going, and he's good. He's a good push.
That's good. That's most definitely. People don't think of bodybuilding as a solo sport, but it does take a team. Count your coach,
Yes.
your trainer, also your family that can support you, and also you have a posing coach. Are you working with somebody with your posing?
I did last year, but not no more. I was Laylo. He was the what is it? Armor something. Oh, I don't remember. I'm terrible. I don't have a good memory.
It's prep brain. Your brain's trying to spark
I'm
and
only
get
3
things back
weeks post
together.
show. I'm still out there. But yeah, I
Yeah.
had him for about a month. He had to teach me how to be girly because I wasn't girly. So he taught me how to like do the flutters. And once I got that done, I was like, I got this. Okay, cool. So that's all I needed it for, because he even told me, he goes, your posing's great, but you don't have any flow. I'm like, oh, I know. I don't know.
You're just how best we say it, you're just a bull in a china shop.
Pretty much. So he had to teach me some grace, and I was like, I'm a cheerleader, so like I can.
Hey, folks, give us a second, folks. I think she just little technical difficulties. We should have her back in a minute. So, folks, let's give her a minute. It might be something. Maybe like sometimes if she's on her phone, somebody probably called her. So wait a minute, and I think she's trying to get back. Hello? Wait a minute. So, folks, we're just going to wait for a few minutes and see what's going on. I turn off my phone. Wait a minute. She's trying to come back. If I can, I should tell. Sometimes I should check my phone. Let me see if it's in a message. Yeah. Wait a minute. It says this says, "Oops, battery died." Oh, that's what it is. Your battery died. Who's that? Oh, I think she's. Wait a minute. It says, "Oh, I'm trying to come in." Okay. Get in and get out. Just take yourself off and start to. Okay, let's give her a few minutes, folks. Thank you, Z. I'm gonna call you Z. I don't want to miss your name, so we'll give her a second. And remember, I turned off my phone. I appreciate that. Says this. He says, "Yeah, happens to my guests." Yeah. Oh, there she is.
Sorry, my husband called me.
That's all right. He was worried about his baby, so
He always called me on the way home, so he's.
Oh, he's coming home. I'm coming home to my woman.
I don't remember what we were saying either, but.
Yeah. So what do y'all do for a living? Because bodybuilding is a sport where you put in more in, you can get out of it.
So he's a barber, and I'm a plumbing and mechanical designer.
Oh, so you work with plumbing. That's really cool. How long have you been doing that?
I went to school to be an architect in 2010, graduated in 2014, got my first job in 2014. And it was supposed to be with architecture, but a mechanical place hired me. And I just started with that, and then moved here in 2019 and started this with a new company. And now I progressed as a designer instead of just a CAD technician.
Like your coworkers, they know about you as a bodybuilder. What they ever talk about it, or
They're very supportive.
Has any of them thought about getting to themselves, or you just say, "Hey, we just can support you"?
No, they like to eat.
Yeah, I know. Like you have every so often you have those bidders for the office, and you say, I can't eat that. I'm on my prep.
Yep, we have a lot of we call it spring games, fall games, and stuff like that. And then they'll be like, You're not going to eat with us?" I'm like, "I'll eat with you guys. I got to bring my own food because it's always during prep." And so they make a joke, "Oh, you just eating your chicken and rice again?" I'm like, "Yes, it's what I've been eating for the last 4 years."
Yeah, that's
But
the thing. That's a part of bodybuilding, the discipline, the consistency, because it
yeah,
can be tempting, especially as you know, as I'm a fat man, and food is a weakness and a strength for us. Like especially after your last show, you had the steak. What else you got to have? What else you got to indulge in, Alexis? Share with us your
I had, well,
desires.
the steak was actually post prejudging meal.
Oh, he's calling her again. Give her a minute. Uh, you know, he probably got to talk with her. Shout out to my man here, Z. He quotes himself. He says, "Guess." Also, he's laughing. He says, "Ha ha ha." Also, Z says this. He says, "I was right about the phone." Yeah, you're right. And he says, "Me city planning." Oh, oh, that's cool. What are the details of that, Z? What is city planning? Like you work like if events come up, you work city and stuff like that. That's how it is. I mean, I appreciate. Well, folks, who's back on? You know,
Colin.
it's live, folks. Live.
But yeah, so what I ate was the first bad thing I ate, bad, would be after finals. I had, what was it? Shake Shack burger and fries. And then one of the other competitors that I did a show with at Junior Nationals, she made me her own personal cookie, and it was called a BBL. So it had a Reese's, Oreos, and chocolate chips, and all these other stuff inside this big old cookie. And I had that. The next morning, I had a bagel sandwich, and then I had it was from Mongolia Bakery, banana pudding and cheesecake. And that was like at 9 in the morning. And then I came home and had pizza and wings. And then the next day I had a homemade buffalo chicken wrap. And then the next day we went to breakfast and I had a big old stuffed French toast. And that night I made homemade fettuccine and then I went back on a diet.
Oh, it sounds like you had a good time. I mean,
Yeah, it was 3 days of naughtiness. And my son was like, "Okay, we gotta quit because we ain't pooping now." So I
yeah,
had a
you want
yeah,
you won't be like the movie Dumb and Dumber be like Jeff Daniels sitting in the toilet.
yeah, yeah. I
You'll
didn't
be
want to do
serious.
that.
You'll
So
be like,
now I keep it clean. Right. I keep it clean and I do a cheat meal a week.
Yeah, that's the thing is you do have to eat clean because
Yeah.
it's you got to be careful what you digest. Like you count your macros and you pay attention
Mhm.
to what your calorie intake is because you don't want to hurt your process. Especially even though you're in the off season, you still have to be smart, in particular
Yeah.
what you're eating.
Yeah. And I'm human. I still want to eat my wings and my burgers and stuff. So typically it's just once a week, I'll do a meal. And then every so often I might do another meal if like my family's in town visiting. I'll give myself a little week, but I'll measure the bad food out and not overeat it. So I try to be as best as I can.
Try to be a good girl.
I try. And for the most part, I'm probably 90-10, where I'm 90% good, 10% bad. So,
Doesn't to be 10% bad. It's just
no,
10. It's just, you've
I'm
been good.
human. I want to
Yeah,
eat.
we're humans. We're only humans. We're creatures that are sometimes it's just the frailty of being human. We know that we like certain things. We desire those things, and when we get the chance to eat it, yeah, let's enjoy it.
Yeah,
And that's the thing about people. They think that bodybuilders don't eat. They think you eat like a
we
bird.
do.
No, y'all have at least maybe 5 6 meals doing a
6.
day, and yeah, six, like that. And then you most of the time you're burning it off between cardio, between the weightlifting, between everything else that's involved in the process of bodybuilder.
Yes. So it's, and the husband loves date nights and stuff. And he's always, when I'm in prep, it's we usually do a 20-week prep. And he's always, "I just miss eating with you and going out with you." And so we make sure we do that once a week when I'm out of season, or we'll do a dinner together at home where we'll make it together. And you got to keep the family happy.
Yeah, that's good. That's what's important to you, especially because this is something y'all doing together. He's supporting you, and as I said again, that support is almost important in the process of bodybuilder. It's hard to do it on your own.
It is.
Yeah, because you know what, it's good when we have, even though your mom might not like it, as long as she supports you. I've talked to ladies who have conversations with their parents when they got into this sport. The mother might say like, "Sweetheart, I don't want you to get so muscular and manly," or the dad might say, "Well, you already got another brother. I don't need another son." I
Thankfully, she
mean,
hasn't said that, but she does say I get a little manly. But
yeah,
then I'm like on stage at 105 pounds, and she goes, "Well, you still look beautiful." I'm like, "I know. I'm not a
but
man."
But again, you're wearing a posing suit. You got boobs. What does that? I got boobs, but but what does that? Again, I tell people what. Here's the thing. I like this. Being a man is not something physical. It's a state of mind. I've
Mhm.
known guys who still act like they're teenagers and they're in their 30s and their 40s.
Yeah,
I wish people differentiate muscle is not about what makes a man. What makes a man is how he behaves, how he acts. Your husband is a man.
yeah,
He's there to stand by his woman doing something that is very extreme and support you and love you. That other guy, he had a little sugar in his tank. Whatever problem he had, he was being competitive. You should not, again, should
no.
never compete with a woman. Women,
Mm,
you are a different breed separate from men. And that's a fact of it. If you're not comfortable with what you're doing, there's something wrong with him. That's a him
yeah,
thing, not a you thing.
exactly. And I let it take me down for a few years, but I got somebody else that keeps lifting me up and pushing me forward. So,
Yeah, he lifts me up. He, this is a song more than I ever need. Yeah, and that's good because it's important because again, this sport is a lot of things that can affect your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. It can be so much on any human being. Um, you know, I from people like myself who are a fan of y'all ladies, who are a fan of these competitors, who are a fan of bodybuilding. We go to these shows. We see y'all competitors in these great meeting shape. Y'all ripped, y'all shredded. There's old smoke saying, "Real ladies rock hard, we're rock hard." But we don't understand what got you there: the diet, the training, the consistency, the dehydration, the being hungry, and what you have to go through to get to that level to present your body on the stage. And I know your man, he's in the audience, says, "That's my girl, that's my baby. I love her." So your family and friends did. That's one guy saying, "Hey, yeah, she's a short little firecracker. Hey, shut up, that's my wife." But it's good that you do this because you do it for yourself.
yeah,
You do it because you found something that you are passionate about. Again, as a person, I wish there was more financial windfall to it, where you know what, hey, this is my job. I don't have to do this anymore. I can do this. But you
in a
do it
perfect
because
world.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's only like even in the pro levels, it's only a handful who can
Yeah.
make a living off of it. Just saw one guy. He did both the Arnold UK and the Arnold Classic. He made
Mhm.
$1 million. You know, uh,
Wish.
I mean, think about it. If you make that much money, hey, $1 million, you got to pay taxes and like that,
Yeah.
that. But you can make it drag a little bit. But
Hmm.
I wish there was opportunities like sponsorship. Like, are you sponsored right now? You have any
Nope.
sponsors?
I got nobody. It's just me.
Just you. Well, you get your husband too. He's your sponsor.
Yeah.
He's your big guy. But again, if I could do this, if I had company, I'd say to you, uh, Miss Bohannon, we are a company looking to sponsor athletes, ladies like yourself who are passionate for the sport of bodybuilding. If we could help you in your process and also help you in your gains as a bodybuilder, we'd like to, be part of our program. You can be an ambassador, which means we take care of anything that you need. So if you feel like this is a good relationship between the both of us, and you feel like this is a great opportunity for you to grow as a bodybuilder, we'd like to see that happen for you. So let us know, ma'am. We will happy and willingly join you and make you one of our brand ambassadors.
Okay.
I wish I can do that. But I'm broke the joke. It's the end of the month for me. I just, just did my laundry. I spent my last $10.
Oh, I
But
understand.
that's the thing is, but again, when I talk to you ladies, you do this because it's the passion. Hey,
Yes.
you don't do it because you're going to make a living off of it. You do it because you love
Oh,
it. And you got into it because you found something that really brought the best out of you as a person.
yeah. Yeah.
She all says, yeah. So we're
Yeah.
not gonna hold, yeah, we're not gonna hold it too much longer. As you know. What would you say would be the biggest thing that really can help you in your process as a bodybuilder?
Mm, let me think about that one. Do you think it would help me? I don't know. I know you ask good questions. I'm not usually
Hey,
good questions.
hey, I'm like this. I've been doing this for a while, dear darling.
I can tell.
Yeah, I gotta be. Hey, I might seem like I'm a bit of a clown, but I'm
No.
very studious and
Well, this is
educated
my first
now.
ever interview too, so I'm like,
Yeah, I'm the first time.
yeah, this is my first time.
Yeah.
I would say like gym equipment would be better. If I could get a home gym, that would help me a lot. That could actually, because I'm short, so I have to build my own stuff at the gym to use equipment. So if I could get a home gym for just legs and a back, I think that would help me so much. It would actually hit the stuff I need to hit.
Yeah, because I think especially with women who are, I think average height for women is like maybe 5'2", 5'3", and you're under that average.
Yeah, I'm
eh,
14.
4'10". So that's you're how my mom would say, you're a fidget. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just a little bit taller than a midget. But
I mean, if I lose a quarter of an inch, I'm a midget. So I
yeah,
mean,
I know sometimes when someone told me, like, especially when you lose that extra fat in your bottom of your feet, you lose an extra inch or two.
yes, you do.
Yeah,
It's
but good
sad
thing.
because I'll go up there and I'm like, I'm 4'11". They're like, no, you're not. You're 4'10". I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah, I had the pleasure. I mean, a lady. She's a IFB pro. I met her when I was in Tampa. Her name is Alex Blankenship, and she's about your height, and she competes
okay.
in women's physique. I've seen a link. You check her out, and she's a determined woman. She's like herself. She's a mother. She also does does suit designs, and she still competes. She did the Chicago Pro last weekend, and now she's going to do Tampa next week. She does. She's over 40. She mostly does the Masters. She can do open if she wants, but she likes to do Masters. But that's the thing is, this is about what you find that helps you in your process. Is it being from the right equipment, being the right diet? There's so much that is involved in this sport. And if you're a person who's determined and you are disciplined enough and you are persistent enough, you gain your goals. I would say if next year, most definitely, you can probably get your pro card. If not, again, you can take a step back, you get it a few times and say, you know what, I can always try again. But
Yeah.
again, you do what you feel like is best for you.
And that's what we discussed. Like, if I don't get it next year, we're going to take a step back and because it's expensive. And that's a lot of time where we could be on vacations, go to the Dominican. So if we don't get it, we're going to step back a little bit, maybe take a few years off and maybe try again in 3 years. But we're going to take it back and just spend time on vacation and enjoying each other a little bit. But if I do make it, then we're going to do some pro shows.
What do you feel like you want to hit? Which ones, in the bigger shows, which one you feel like you want to take a shot at?
I kind of want to try the Atlanta one, but that's a big show. Then I know that Ann and Jack put on one now in, I think it's April, and they just did figure this year. So if I get it, I would do a figure one 2028. So there's that. And now Montgomery does figure pros too at the Body B1.
Yeah,
So I can do that one.
yeah, yeah. Any of
So
you ladies did that show, and
yeah. And that's literally 10 minutes down the road from me. So I'm like, that kind of sounds nice. And there's no hotel fees or anything like that. So that sounds nice too. But we'll see. It's just, I'm willing to do any pro. I'm not scared to go big.
not scared to get in with the big dogs.
I mean, you're going to be up there eventually with them. So why not?
Yeah, and like I said, this is about what you want for yourself. And
Yeah.
you want the opportunity to be on that stage and compete, and even hell, get your Olympic qualification. That'd be
Yeah.
something great. I mean, a young lady who I interviewed a while back, she just turned pro earlier this year at the Arnold Classic. Her name is Brittany Hardiman, and
Yeah.
Brittany, she just made a pro debut at Pittsburgh, and she just got her Olympic qualification. And I think, yeah, and this is something that's amazing. I mean, she's an amazing young lady to do that within a year.
Yeah.
Again, this sport is about timing. It's about what you bring to the stage and what you are determined to do for yourself.
Yeah. and I'm determined to do it all. And I just, I enjoy it. So I'll do it, whatever I have to do. We'll make it happen either way.
Yeah, yeah. Your Derek's like your Mick in the Rocky movie say, like, you ever get hurt? You hear a little brain in your shoulder, a little angel in your shoulder. He says, "Duck, you son of a bitch." Derek loves you. Yeah. So, folks, we're not going to hold on too much longer. Her man is coming home. So,
Yeah, he's probably gonna be pulling up any second. And I know he's
yeah,
hungry. So I
yeah.
gotta
So,
feed him.
like, yeah, you say, he like, first, so, where's my dinner?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, folks, we're going to thank her for her time. I appreciate it. Best of luck to her in her
Thank you.
upcoming next coming season. Man, to quote from my favorite movie, Dark Knight Begins, when Jim Gordon said to Batman, "I never get a chance to thank you." He says, "Never have to. That's why I do this, to give women like yourself opportunity to share your story. Let people understand what it takes somebody to do this sport, and not just look at it because, oh wow, you're just a big muscular woman, you can do whatever you want. No, you are a determined athlete, and that's what you got to do."
Yeah. Yeah. Determination and consistency in and out of season, unfortunately.
Yeah. We got here from man Z says this. Shout out to Z says, gotta
Thank
say,
you.
Alexis is the bomb. Boom. And they say, old saying says, Dynamite comes in small packages.
They do. And I'm the tiniest one.
So before we let you go, we have anybody you want to shout out?
Shanice Roper, of course, and I'm gonna give you her information. And then Shelby Starnes, because I wouldn't be here without him. And then my husband, because I wouldn't be here without him either, and all his support he gives me.
Yeah. That's a man. He
That's
loves
my
her.
man.
My baby loves me. My baby loves me. And that's good. And that's good. And shout out to Derek and his support. Shout out to Shanice and shout out to Shelby Starnes. And everybody who knows this young lady. If you're someone who knows her real well, you're real cool with her. If you're somebody interested in sponsoring an athlete like herself, reach out
Please
and
do.
gain interest. But don't be that weird guy. Say, hey, you're a cute little tight little dynamite there. No, you sick freak. Stop it.
I mean, I'll be nice, but no.
Yeah. Approach a lady like a lady. You know, you get more with a silk glove than with iron fist. I know what you guys do with that iron fist. So, we have your comment. Shout out to who's here. That's my man here. Oh, that's Racing's report to 2024. It says, he says, pro cards, multiple divisions like figure and physique. Are you focused on card in division one, in one division? Well, she says you double dipping. You just exclusively doing figure, right?
I'm just doing figure, but there might be a little physique trying. We will
So
see. We'll
you
see.
want to do the open hands. You can be barefoot. You don't have to worry about. You can take those
I want to
high
stay
heels.
figure. I want to stay figure. But if I have to double dip a little bit, I ain't scared to.
I like this. I've known ladies who started in one division and got the pro card. They did two divisions of a show. I know one lady who did she was doing wellness, but she got a pro card in figure. One lady I interviewed, she was doing figure but got a pro card in women's physique. It's about what you bring to the stage, about timing. What the judges see is the best quality. If you can do well in figure, good. If you can do better in another division, that's good also. Like I
Yep.
said again, it's about taking a chance. And if
Yep.
that taking a chance gets you a pro card, I'm not gonna fault you.
As long as my husband's cool with it and Shelby's cool with it, we'll see.
But but again, you have to be your own advocate. If you feel like you can do it, if you're not cool with it, they got to get on board with it.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So, folks, we have to thank Alexis for coming through. Appreciate her upcoming next season. We most definitely before get a pro card. I want to thank my man Racing Report coming through, Z coming through, Black Baldy, Black Panther. All you guys who watch this, comment, subscribe, follow us on social media, support women like Alexis in your reach to be in the IFBB or just whatever they do in this sport. Be genuine and be supportive. Oh, we got one more thing from my man before I let him go. He says this. You could go physique. It's not uncommon for smaller frames to fare well versus middle and heavyweights. Yeah, I've seen some
We'll
heavyweights.
see. Keep your
Yeah,
eyes open.
I see some lightweight beat some heavyweights. But anyway, thank you, Alexis.
Thank you.
Appreciate it for your time. Best of luck to your upcoming season, and whenever you want to come back and shoot your shit, you're an open guest.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, folks, I thank the lovely Mrs. Bohannon for coming through. Shout out to her lovely husband, Derek. He's going to have his dinner. Woman, where's my dinner? And thank y'all for coming here and supporting my channel. It's your man, Always George Page, a.k.a. the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, subscribe. Good night, good luck, God bless, and I'll see y'all next time.